When I was 5 years old, my mother was diagnosed with lymphoma cancer. They told her she had a year to live. My first experience with Jesus was my mother had an encounter with Jesus because she was stressing out that whole year pretty much, going through chemo and stuff and contemplating, her spirituality. And he appeared to her and told her, "Don't worry, you're going to see your son graduate high school." So, it was a miracle for her for that. But me growing up, it was kind of different because the pressure on me was trying to be there for her, take care of her. My father was old to take care of him. I started drinking when I was 13. I started smoking weed when I was 15, pills and cocaine when I was 16. Trying to escape that reality of where it was. I had to be there for them, and met my wife. We had 3 children. It was blessings, But then the drinking kept happening, and not putting God first and everything. Even like the best parts of our marriage where we were going to church and Bible study, getting in the Word. And when we kind of put that up to the side, lacking off a little bit, that's when the rocky part of the relationship hit. And we had separated. She took the kids. My grandmother died. 3 days later, my dad passed. And a week later, one of my best friends died. All over Christmas holidays with being separated from my wife and children. And after the divorce, I just went on a 3-year binge pretty much. And, self-pity, feeling sorry for myself, wanted to end everything, and realizing, I got children, I have a life I need to get back to. Realizing that you're doing it your own way is not going to do it. And so my buddy actually drove me to GHR, Giving Hope Retreat. But as soon as I got there, seeing the fellowship, hearing the classes, getting in the Word, within that day, I joined discipleship. Once you join the program and you get into the classes and the fellowship and getting into the Word and have the relationship with God, I always read the Bible, but then when you read the Bible now, the verses are jumping off the page at you, and something you read your whole life actually means something to you now. No matter what you're going through in life, you're always going to learn something new. So I would say the first thing that was like a miracle to me was going to child support court and seeing my ex-wife and having that restoration with her immediately after explaining to her what was going on, what I'm doing with my life now. She actually brought down the child support significantly in order for to make sure I'm still in the kid's life to where it was affordable for me to be functional and stable. And before that wouldn't even be an option. So just the communication level that we've got back together is amazing. The kids seeing that I'm changing for the better and actually bringing them to the gospel. They see the change in my life and they want to learn now. And that's the blessings that I'm forever grateful to God for. So I'll be graduating this on March 7th. My plans are just to get into a stable environment to where I'm part of a church family, to where I won't start this process over again, going back into that vicious cycle. So if you're not around the environment of same people trying to get in the Word daily, you can fall pretty quick. Never thought I'd be working in a car wash, but sitting there asking God, why am I here? Why am I doing this? And the way He talks to you and shows you things. And one day He just told me to go pray with this lady. And this lady started crying. She said, "How you know that I was asking somebody for prayer?" Because her daughter was dying of cancer. And I gave her my testimony with my mother. And that day, He's praying with that lady for her daughter is priceless. Money could never buy that. And I'm forever grateful to God for that too, showing me these things. My name is Rob Carroll, and I'm a child of God.